You hand over $200 at the airport counter, and the stack of rupiahs that comes back is around 150,000 short of what it should be. The board outside said one rate, the drawer pays another. You already signed. You already walked away. That gap is real money. $15, sometimes $30 gone before you have left the terminal. And it is avoidable. There is a specific amount you should change at the airport, a specific kind of place you change the rest at in the city, and one phrase in Indonesian that gets you the honest number before you. Most travelers think the airport rate is bad because the airport is greedy. That is half right. The real shape of the problem is different. The airport counter is the only currency desk in the country that knows you have no choice. Every other counter in Indonesia is competing for your business. The airport one is not. So the move is not to fight the airport rate. The move is to give the airport the smallest possible piece of your money and hand the rest to a counter that is actually competing for. Underneath the board on the wall, there are 3 different prices for your dollars in Indonesia, and they are not close to each other. The mid-market rate is the real number, what your currency is worth at that second on the global market. Airport counters in Jakarta and Bali sit roughly 500 to 1,000 rupiahs below that on every dollar's worth, and on a bigger exchange that adds up to a markup somewhere between 8 and 15% once you include the spread. Banks in town, Mandiri, BCA, BRI, BNI, CIMB Niaga, sit around 200 to 500 rupiahs below market. And licensed money changers in town, the ones called Kantor Tukar Uang, often sit only 100 to 300 rupiahs below market. Sometimes they beat the banks. That is the same dollar bill, paying 3 different prices depending on which door you walk through. The airport is not broken. It is just the most expensive door, and it is the first one you see. 6 moves, in order. Step 1. Before you fly, open a currency converter app and check the real mid-market rate for US dollars to Indonesian rupiahs. XE works fine. Write the number down or screenshot it. That single number is your reference for every counter you will look at over the next 2 weeks. Skip this, and you have nothing to compare the board against. You are guessing. Step 2. At the airport, change a small amount only. Enough for a taxi into town, a bottle of water, and a meal. For most arrivals into Ngurah Rai or Soekarno-Hatta, that is somewhere between 50 and 100 US dollars, not 500, not your whole trip budget. The airport counter is paying you 8 to 15% under market, so every extra $100 you change there is costing you $8 to $15 for no reason. Step 3. Before you hand any money over, ask one question. Berapa rupiah saya terima? That means, how many rupiahs will I receive? You want the final number in your hand, not the rate on the board. The rate on the board is often an online rate that drops 5 to 7% the moment you are standing at the counter. The number they hand back when you ask in rupiahs is the only number that matters. If it is more than 10% below your screenshot from step 1, change the smallest amount you can get away with and walk. Step 4. In the city, find a licensed money changer for the bulk of your exchange. In Bali, Central Kuta Money Changer is the well-known one. In Jakarta, BMC Money Changer and PT Dirgahayu Valuta Prima. The word to look for on the door is the Bank Indonesia license, a printed certificate usually displayed near the counter. No license on the wall, no transaction. That is the polite no to the unlicensed booth. The licensed places are where you will get within a couple hundred rupiahs of the real rate. Step 5. At the counter, do 3 things in order. Ask, berapa kursnya? What is the rate? Then ask, berapa rupiah saya terima? How many rupiahs you will receive? Then say, tanpa komisi? No commission. The no commission sign on the window is often there because the markup is already baked into a worse rate. You are checking that the final payout matches the rate they quoted. Count the cash before you leave the counter. Count it twice. Then ask for resi resmi, the official receipt. You want it in your hand. If you have leftover rupiahs at the end of your trip, the receipt is what lets you convert them back. Step 6. For everything after that first city exchange, use a no foreign fee debit card at a bank ATM. Mandiri, BCA, BRI, BNI. The ATM gives you a rate close to mid-market. When the screen asks whether to charge you in your home currency or in rupiahs, always pick rupiahs. Picking your home currency is called dynamic currency conversion, and it adds another 1 to 2% for nothing. That is, the rupiahs button. Choose it every time. That is the full sequence. Small at the airport, big at a licensed changer in town. ATM for top-ups. The phrase that protects you is, "Berapa rupiah saya terima?" She lands at Ngurah Rai a little after 10 at night. She has not slept properly in 20 hours. The currency desk is right there, lit up, no line. She has her screenshot from the converter app on her phone. She walks up and asks, "Berapa rupiah saya terima?" for $100. The number the woman writes down is about 12% under her screenshot. She does the math in her head. $12 to change 100. She changes 80, takes the rupiahs, gets a taxi, gets to her hotel. The next morning she walks to Central Kuta Money Changer, license on the wall. She asks the rate, asks the payout in rupiahs, says tanpa komisi. The payout this time is within 200 rupiahs of her screenshot. She changes the bulk of what she needs for the week, counts the stack at the counter, asks for resi resmi, and folds it into her passport. 3 days in, she is running low and she is nowhere near a money changer. She finds a Mandiri ATM. The machine asks if she wants to be charged in US dollars or rupiahs. She picks rupiahs. The cash comes out at almost the rate on her phone. One thing went slightly off. The ATM screen flashed the home currency option in green like it was the helpful choice. She just picked the other one. That was the whole adjustment. One small thing worth knowing for the city stretch. Hotels in tourist areas almost always offer to change money for you at the front desk. The rates are often worse than the airport. The convenience is real, and the cost is real. If a kantor tukar uang is within a 10-minute walk, walk. 4 phrases. Each one earns its place. Kurs means exchange rate. You will see it on every board and hear it at every counter. Berapa kursnya means what is the rate. Kantor tukar uang is money changer office. This is the phrase you type into a map when you are looking for the licensed places in town. Resi resmi means official receipt. Tolong resi resminya, please, the official receipt. The phrase that gets the paper into your hand at the end of step 5. Tanpa komisi means no commission. Useful as a question at the counter and useful as a warning sign. When you see it printed in the window, that is your cue to ask for the payout in rupiahs and check it against your screenshot. Here is the version you screenshot. Check the mid-market rate before you fly. Change only $50 to $100 at the airport. Always ask, "Berapa rupiah saya terima?" Use licensed money changers in town. License on wall. Always pick rupiahs at the ATM. Take the receipt. Count the cash twice. That is the whole video on one screen. You now know how to walk past the airport counter without losing $15 or $30 on the way through, and how to change the bulk of your money at a rate that is within a few hundred rupiahs of what your dollars are actually worth. Indonesia is generous to travelers who ask one quiet question at the counter, and quietly expensive to the ones who just nod at the board. One last thing. Every move in this video gets easier the second you have a few words of Bahasa Indonesia in your pocket. Berapa, kurs, rupiah, the small stuff that makes the counter take you seriously. I made a separate video on the best ways to pick up enough Bahasa to travel with, including the lazy method most people have never heard of. It is on the card, popping up on the screen now.